knows, and Brian, our physical therapist assistant at Ohio Sports Chiropractic and Rehab. Today we're going to start our first video in our series of movement prep, exercise and routines for baseball or throwing athletes. So the first one we're going to do today is a self-myofascial release of the pec minor, and that is a muscle that comes right off the front side of your chest and underneath the pec major, the muscle that most of us know. So what you need for this is a yoga block, which you may have in the gym, and some gyms do have them around here, but most of us don't, so you will need a textbook or just another book, maybe 1 to 2 inches thick, to help us with this movement. And then also a lacrosse ball, tennis ball, maybe a baseball, or a pink ball that we have here that's got a little bit of density to it, but also has some give, so it's a little bit less pressure on the tissue. So what Brian's going to do here is he's going to place the yoga block on the wall, and with the ball on top of the yoga block or the textbook. And the structure we're going to work with is the pec minor muscle. So if you just put your hand over the front side of your shoulder and your chest here, you should feel the collarbone here. And if you go just south 1 inch or 2 inches or so, and kind of rub your fingers in there a little bit deeper than the pec, you should be able to feel a tight strand coming across vertically here. And that's where we're going to place the ball. So Brian's going to do that here on the yoga block. And he's going to fish around here a few passes through the tissue to find a spot that's a little bit more tighter than the others, a little bit more tender. And once he finds that spot, he can either hold on to that movement and or that spot and keep it still, or what we find is that typically active movement feels better. So what Brian's going to do here is he's going to bring his arm up, and he's going to basically simulate doing a shoulder press up and towards the ceiling here, keeping that ball in that same area. And you can do 5 to 10 passes over this, but I don't want you to do any more than 15 to 30 seconds on the ball itself. So Brian's going to do one more here. Good. And the next one here, we're going to make large half circles out to the side and up over our head. So same position on the ball, and now Brian's going to come up and over, and then back down.